Why is it? When I was 15, when I was 14, well, realistically, from when I was 12 years old to when I was 15 years old, and honestly, to 16 and to the early stages of my 17, yeah, why is it that I fapped almost 3 times a day? Well, it was definitely worse from 12 years old to 15 years old, and it got a bit better since I found out about NoFap. But why is it that I fapped 3 times a day, 4 times a day, maybe? Maybe sometimes even 5 times a day. You know, I'm only saying an estimate. I'm giving a guess, but it was a lot. Why is it? Why is it at that age you are fapping 3 times a day? You are about taking 30 minutes, maybe an hour sometimes of your day, depending on how much you do it and how long you trying to fucking do it. You edging even as well as like every single day. How much time you wasted. But why did you do it? Why did you do it? You felt depressed every single time afterward, but why did you do it anyway? You kept doing it. You should have stopped, but you kept doing it and you couldn't stop. Well, first off, simply because in an addiction, I was addicted. But I was only addicted because of the amount of pleasure it gave me. Pleasure, right? Fucking pleasure. It's the pain and pleasure. The pain of, you could say, depression was not enough. Until it was enough one day, but for the most part, it was not enough for me to ever really fucking quit. The pleasure, how easy it was to get the pleasure of fucking fapping. It was just so easy to gain. The pleasure nowadays is so easy to gain. Look around you. It's so easy to gain. Companies, people are trying to make it like it's your innate, you could say, behavior to like seek pleasure in a way, to seek comfort. So companies understand that, and so they therefore make it easier for you to do that behavior before. No porn, now porn. They know about your sex, like the sex drive of people. They know about food. They know about fucking videos and other entertainment that can get you shit hooked, get you comfortable, get you into pleasure as soon as possible, and they are making it faster, the fastest like possible way to get you into pleasure, and like the way to get you in the most pleasure as possible as well. I mean, that's how these companies go. Literally, that's how they gain money. You know, Instagram gains money when you stay on the fucking app. So therefore, they try to do every single fucking thing they can possibly do to make you stay on the app, and therefore they gain money. And look, how much hours do you have on Instagram? How much hours do you have on YouTube? Same concept. But let's not fucking dwindle. The reason why I fapped was because of pleasure. There are other reasons, but it was because of pleasure. If it wasn't pleasure, why the fuck would I fap and it would pain me? That habit will not stick. If I fapped and it would give me pain, literally no pleasure, then it would not stick, but it stuck because it gave me pleasure. It's like these twin forces like combine to each other and make you, or give your mind a process of deciding, decision making. Is this thing gonna give me pleasure or is it gonna give me pain? Now, pain is a more activating or like more motivational, you could say, reason. If there's so much pain in this behavior, you will stop. So there could be a bit of pleasure in this behavior, but if there's so much fucking pain, you will still stop. But then you can also switch it if there's so much fucking pleasure and little pain. Then that's when you will not stop. But this is what I mean, like when you use pleasure to your no, not pleasure. When you use pain to your advantage, when the pain is more than actual pleasure, that's when you can fucking change. The time I changed was when I felt the most helpless. I felt the most pain, helpless, wanted to kill myself, like just bad feelings. All these bad feelings are pain. They are pain. When I felt the most painful in my life, that's when I made a switch. That's when making the switch was the easiest. And from talking about fapping, that was the moment when I Stopped. That's the moment when I stopped. I failed back. I failed, but yeah, I reached 160 days. I failed only because I didn't follow my strategy after that. But it all started with the amount of pain I had. Finally, fucking stopped. I was free. I felt like I was free, and so therefore I could do whatever I wanted, or so I thought. That was the trap. Again, let's not dwindle, but the main topic of this is like pain and fucking pleasure. Pain and pleasure. Literally, they're sad what you gonna fucking do. You're gonna make this decision or you're not gonna do it. You're gonna do this, what's next? You're gonna do this and this and this and this. Oh, there's a fucking Twinkie or there's a fucking nice, healthy food right there. Which one are you gonna choose? I mean, there's both pleasure and pain to the Twinkie, and both pleasure and pain to the, I don't know, fucking maybe vegetable or apple or a banana. There's a Twinkie and there's a banana. Which one do you fucking choose? There's pain and pleasure in both. It's more pleasurable short term when you fucking choose the Twinkie, but it's more painful long term because your fucking health deteriorates. It gets worse. It gets worse. However, you choose the apple, banana. You know, it's still good, but it's definitely not as pleasurable as the other thing. But long term, it is more healthy to you. You are fucking more. You are healthy. You are literally have a higher chance of fucking surviving longer. The fuck? Simple choose of food. Fap, don't fap. Short term pleasure. You fucking be fapping and you have so much fucking pleasure, intense pleasure. Keep doing it. Long term, oh, a lot of pain. Long term, you addicted. Long term, you are spending hours a day fapping. Long term, you lose time. You lose time. Time that you could be doing something else. Something more meaningful. More pain. Long-term pain, but you don't realize it because it's long-term. If it was short-term pain, then you would like kind of do something about what's long-term. So it's like, yeah, it's fine. Because you don't feel it at the moment. Or not fap. Fap or not fap. Here. Short-term, no pleasure. You gain no pleasure from not fapping short-term. Long-term, you gain pleasure. Short-term, you gain pain if you don't. If you do it. If short-term, you gain pain. Long-term, you gain... I'm mixing this shit up. There's you doing it, there's you not doing it. If you do it, you're going to feel instant pleasure, but long-term, you're going to feel pain. If you don't do it, you're going to feel no pleasure, but long-term, you're going to feel a lot of pleasure. So, I guess you could say feel pain. You might feel pain when you, like, restrict yourself from doing it. But long-term, you're going to feel pleasure. Literally, you are going to be free. The fuck? Bro, when you reach these high days, man, don't count your streak, but when you do, and you will know, you are just free. God, you were just free. Free. Freedom. Something that you don't even realize is in your mind. Freedom is what you want. But it's not like a subcategory of what you think. Oh, like, what you think is I don't want to fap. But really, if you fucking break it down, what you want is freedom. You don't want to even, like, have any urges. I don't have urges. That's simply because of, like, the strategy or whatever that I use. But the case is I'm still fucking free. What you want is freedom. And at the end of the day, pleasure or pain. Short-term pleasure is bad. Short-term pleasure is bad. We know this. So every single behavior that you take should be aligned with long-term pleasure. Long-term pleasure. It may not give you instant gratification, instant pleasure, but it has to be long-term pleasure. Do you decide to do this or do you decide to not do it? My example is being fucking more social. Being more social. The instant pleasure, you could say, is like, I don't have to deal with the failure. I don't have to deal with the pain. So if I don't have to deal with the pain, I'm comfortable. I'm in a pleasurable state. But the long-term pain is me never actually be like having normal skills to even be able to talk to the person and to talk to anyone. Know have friends, have like a simple community, Have people that can, honestly make you better. Maybe I'm so shit at talking, so bad at talking, not even be able to socialize that. Like when I do want a girlfriend, I won't be able to have one. I'm just a fucking introvert or some shit. It's ain't good. That's the long term pain. So that's like my decision. It's like at that point, what do I fucking do? But again, it's the same thing. You fucking be more social. Social, simple. Go and talk. Go and talk to people. Right? Or like you can stay in comfort and not talk to people. And guess what? The pain will be there. 3 years later, when you still don't know how to fucking talk to people, it's like, yo, the fuck, there's a big fucking area of your life that you need to improve and you still haven't improved, and the pain gets worse. It's like the momentum of pain fucking increases, and the pain is worse. And then at that point, that's when you may switch because the pain is so fucking like high that you just like need to switch. You will not even like it's incomparable the pain that you have. You either go to one choice, kill yourself to stop the pain, or you go to the second choice. The pain is so much you don't think about killing yourself, but you think about it because the pain is so much. You're gonna switch, and when you switch, that's when your social life improves. Similar example happened to me when I was fapping. The pain was so much that I just stopped fucking fapping. Ooh. It's the exact thing I was like reading about. Exact thing. Awaken the Giant Within is a good book. It teaches you some of the simple fundamentals. It makes you realize that every single behavior I do is based on this. Once again, Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. Like every decision I make is only because of pleasure and pain. Would this lead to pain or pleasure? Would this lead to long-term or short-term pleasure? Most of us, like 99, not 99, 98, big change. 98% of us rely on short-term pleasure. We don't think about long-term pleasure. Nah. We want the short-term pleasure. We can't fathom. Most of us can't fathom the long-term pleasure. Fucking hell. I can't wait. I am impatient. I need the instant pleasure. Most of us, that's how we are. God damn, what's the fucking time?